All right, welcome back. Barry Sterner with iFiber One Sports presentation of Columbia Basin Roller Derby. Getting ready for the second half. There's about 2 minutes left to go before we get started on the second half. Looks like the team's honoring one of their favorite fans out there and doing their best to entertain the crowd too.
Oh yes, this is always something that we wouldn't be able to do it without the fans. I mean, it's just not possible.
And it looks like a very loyal fan base. I see a lot of people wearing jerseys out there. A lot of people wearing black and white and red. So showing support.
Lots of family, lots of friends tonight. I see some old members that still come and watch games. I mean, it's a very interesting sport that you can get into. I mean, it's I don't know how else to describe it. It's just an amazing sport.
Well, now you had a chance to catch up with the teams during the half and ask them a few questions about the first half. What did you find out?
Well, for Columbia Basin, they said that they were going to try to slow the pack down a little bit more during the second half, keep that jammer behind them. Also having fun, because that is the biggest part of Derby, is just having fun. Right. And more smiles.
Smiling's important, right?
Smiling is very important. Gotta love those curly
It's an indicator of fun.
Yes. Mountain Mavens, when I caught up with them, they are, as they said, they are going to be a second half team. They're going to try to do their best to come back up out of their 63 points and score some more, and they will be switching up some jammers. So we'll be seeing some new jammers out tonight. So that should be interesting. Well,
you know, speaking from the bout just before this with the men's, I mean, again, the score was about a 70-point difference, similar to what we have now. You know, at the half, and it ended up coming down to about 13 points total. I believe, actually, it was. Let's see, the score from that first game was 237 Lane County, 226 Eastern Washington Wasteland Warriors. So, you know, they did make a comeback, right? And they said they're a second half team, and they showed it. So I'm sure that it's not over yet.
Oh no, it is far from over. It's still anybody's game at this point. So it should be interesting to see who's gonna. Oh, and Wednesday Thump Day headed to the penalty box.
Well, we haven't even started. The clock hasn't started. What happened?
So what happens if you end a period and you're in the box? You start off back in the box.
Okay, makes sense.
So right now we have got 3 Mountain Mavens in the box. So we will be starting the jam with no jammer on their team and only 2 blockers.
Well, it looks like Mean Kitty's starting off, and not much of a challenge for Mean Kitty, although they're not giving in, but she does get that lead jam.
We got a full blocker line for CBRD.
So only 2 blockers out there for the Mountain Mavens.
3 now.
There is 3. Okay,
so just got out of the box and is back in.
5 points right off the bat for Mean Kitty and Columbia Basin Roller Derby.
And the jammer for Mountain Mavens just came in. She's struggling with the Columbia Basin over there. Oh, and it looks like they're going to run her back. Mean Kitty, another 5 points for Columbia Basin.
Mean Kitty racking up the points here. I don't know. You know, from what I've seen in the first half, Mean Kitty seems like she would be a shoe-in for the MVP right now.
She is a powerhouse. And it looks like J-Bomb is headed back to the penalty box.
Uh-oh.
Not sure why there, but another power jam for Mean Kitty. That's even more points on the board for her.
All right. Well, CBRD has 2 players in the box. Mountain Mavens have 1. About 46 seconds left in this jam. Mean Kitty.
Struggling to get out of there.
So she just did, I believe, what they call is a hip whip, right?
Yes, that means you grab onto your team player's hips and you swing off of them.
All right, so it just kind of helps build that momentum and get a little extra speed boost.
Just gives you that little extra boost to get out of that pack.
All right, well.
It's a lot of fun.
Already 2 minutes into the second half, and it's 157 CBRD, and the Mountain Mavens still have yet to score a point. 63 still. So number 12, Ninja Jinja, coming in for the CBRD. She's going to be the jammer. And Jinx for the Mountain Mavens is going to be the jammer for the Mountain Mavens.
I do believe she is a newer jammer. I don't think we've seen her out tonight. Oh, and she gets run back, get knocked out by Wednesday Thumpay there.
Well, you did say they were going to try to throw out a couple different jammers out there and see if they can't try to mix something up here. So
it seems to be working. She's out of the pack, and she's getting right on Ninja's tail.
Ninja Jinja now trying to fight through, and
oh, and she's
wow,
back out.
Made it through pretty quick. 5 more points for the Columbia Basin Roller Derby
She's
team.
really struggling to get out of that pack. CBRD is just giving her a heck of a time.
Well, you were saying that CBRD blockers are really good at what they do.
Oh, yes, they are.
So a real quick thank you to Synergy Wellness, where you can get the best total nutrition smoothie in Grant County from wellness coach Jonathan Hankey, MPH, PA, in Moses Lake on 3rd Avenue. All right, so we've got a 172-63 score with 26 seconds left, 46 seconds left on the jam.
Looks like, oh, and Ninja Ginger calls it off.
So she calls it off.
She was looking pretty tired towards that last round right there.
She's not the only one looking pretty tired. We're just getting started in the second half. It's a physical game. I can see why people can, start getting tired already.
Oh, yeah. It's a very high intense sport.
The other thing that I've noticed is you don't see a lot of players that sit for a long time. It seems like they substitute in a lot.
Well, you're only allowed 5 on the track at a time, and you're only allowed 14 players on a roster. So you go through pretty quick. It's every 3rd rotation. Oh, and she's going to the penalty box there for a track cut, number 9 on Mountain.
All right, we've got a power jam for Columbia Basin. So only 3 blockers out there for Mountain Mavens. And patellar pain, putting her shoulder into it. In football, we call that a pancake. So that would be another one.
That was a very big hit from patellar pain right there. I'm surprised she got up that fast.
Oh, man.
It is a very full-on contact sport.
Pitbull can do anything. Folks, that's what roller derby's about.
Looks like KO is headed to the box.
All right.
Not entirely sure why, but...
Ladies, if you're interested, talk to a skater after the game.
All right.
Men, if you're interested, there's men's teams too if you're here.
Well, they're shouting out the invite right now for anybody who might think that this could be something fun to do. And now I know at the practices there was a few ladies out there that were new to skating that wanted to try to join.
Fresh
so
meat, yes.
fresh meat. That's what they call the new ones, huh?
Freshies for sure. Yes.
So it doesn't matter what level you are of a skater or anything like that, how much experience you have, they want you out here and they'll teach you how to skate, they'll teach you how to do everything you need to do, huh?
When I first started, I had to stop by slamming into a wall.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, we take all sorts of skating abilities. I mean, like I said, I couldn't even stop when I first started. But I mean, we teach you the fundamentals on how to skate. We also teach you proper falling, so you fall safe without injury to yourself or to other skaters. That is huge. Safety is a huge thing for us. I mean, as you can see, we've got elbow pads, knee pads, wrist guards, helmets. We even have mouth guards in.
Got to keep them pearly whites protected.
Yes.
Oh, a couple players down for Mountain Mavens. That allows Ninja Jinja to get through there pretty quick. So 191.67 CBRD with 23 minutes left in the bout.
Oh, and both jammers are out of the pack now. Ninja right on her tail. Oh, nice voiding. There she goes.
Oh,
nice.
There's that slick floor you were talking about. She took advantage of it. Gave her a hip and sent her sliding. Although the girls did say that the floor is much stickier this time than last time we played, so they were very excited about that.
They were very happy.
Well, the Mountain Mavens managed to get 4 points at the last minute of that, or the last few seconds of that jam. 197-71. CBRD well in control of this bout so far. It looks like the Mountain Mavens, their jam line seems to be struggling tonight with trying to keep the CBRD jammers from breaking through or just going around them sometimes.
Oh yeah, our blocking line is very, very tight this season, and I'm really excited to see later on in the season how that develops. But we have a very strong blocker line, as you can see.
So, nice little move by Pitbull right there to try to break through.
Looks like they called the jam off.
So the Mountain Mavens pick up 2 more points on that jam. Nice couple of moves by the jammer there. I believe that was that Jinx that made it through there?
I do believe so. See, we've got...
Looks like we've got a full pack.
We've got Wednesday Thump Day.
Wednesday Thump Day.
Jamming for the first time tonight. It looks like she's going against number 52 from Mountain Mavens, J-Bomb.
She breaks through.
And J-Bomb is right on Wednesday's tail.
Well, it looks like J-Bomb is the lead jammer right now, trying to get by, but Wednesday Thump Day is not going to let her.
8 points could be scored. 0 points folks.
Wednesday Thump Day playing a little defense there as the jammer.
You're always encouraged as a jammer to play that defense when you can.
We're starting to see a few positions out there for CBRD.
All right, 20 minutes left and 44 seconds in this bout. Another quick shout out. Family Lifestyle Chiropractic, where our mission is to help as many people as possible to reach and maintain their God-given potential, especially children and families. All right, you're getting pretty excited over here. What's going on? What am I missing?
Ball, who is jamming for the first time tonight, just breaking through. Sorry, that was a really tough line, and she did amazing getting through that Mountain Maven pack. Here she comes up again.
Well, it looks like she took out one player, trying to break through another.
There's a reason they call her Wrecking Ball. She is very good at breaking through those defenses. And there she is. Right. Oh, and
she's going to call it, huh? Team cheering her on. A good, successful jam by Wrecking Ball there.
Oh, yeah. We always joke saying that we never need cheerleaders because you got 14 of them on the bench for you.
Right?
We're a very loud, boisterous, exciting team.
You know, I will say that the personalities on the team they definitely show out here. You know, I get it's probably a nice release from whatever the normal mundane things that you go through at work or at home or whatever.
And
we
have a variety of players on our team. We have one that is a bus driver. We have one that is a school nurse. A few of them work in the courthouse.
Okay.
I mean, it's just a wide variety, and under normal circumstances, you wouldn't see all these women hanging out, and yet, I mean, we're a very close-knit, almost family, I would say.
Always having fun.
4 points to them, 0 points on that jam.
All right. 18:50 left in this game. 203-83. CBRD still well in control of this. Right now they've got
all 4 blockers and all four are out. So, it looks like my sister Psycho is jamming for CBRD. This is her first time jamming tonight.
Now, did you give your sister that name?
No, I did not.
Does she live up to it?
Yes, she does.
I would expect nothing less than that from a sister.
She just started playing last year, and there she goes, breaking out, lead jammer. So exciting, so very proud of her right now.
Right now, it looks like the Mountain Maven's having a hard time staying on their skates at times.
It looks like Auntie Mame is jamming.
So a couple of new jammers on both sides coming out here.
There Psycho goes, breaking out of the pack again, 5 points, another grand slam.
Auntie Mame's got to go to the penalty box. So power jam for CBRD with the other jammer in the penalty box. And not really hardly challenged at all. She picks up a grand slam.
Sorry, I'm very excited for my sister right now. This is her first time jamming. She does not normally jam. She is normally a blocker. So this is a new thing for her, and I'm very excited to see her doing so well.
Well, you know, that's good. You gotta show that support, right?
I'm jumping up and down out of my chair here. And she's calling it off.
Looks like she's a little winded.
Oh, I bet. Jamming is very hard to do. You gotta be quick, you gotta be fast, and everyone's trying to hit you.
Well, it looks like they're having fun over there. They're out there dancing now and enjoying the music.
Oh, yeah. We are definitely a fun dancing team.
Well, it looks like we've got another new jammer. Is that Molly Mormon out there?
That is Molly Mormon out there.
And for...
Oh, she is the jammer for the Mountain Mavens is finally out of the penalty box and going through.
All right. That looks like Auntie Mame.
Oh, and they just did
passes.
the penny pass.
I see that.
I was talking about that earlier.
So now the pivot's putting the panty on herself.
And that means she becomes the jammer, and she is able to score the points now.
Okay.
And Molly just sweeps right through that.
Molly's celebrating as she breaks through, bringing CBRD up to 218 to 87. However, she gets passed, but she hasn't called off the jam yet.
No, she has not.
So
I'm not sure if she.
There she is. She decided to call it off now. She must have just snuck by. J-Bomb zipped through there pretty quick.
She must not have. Little one right there, just on that inside corner, just whoop right through.
So 222 to 91 right now with 15:25 left. CBRD over Mountain Mavens. So looks like in this jam, it looks like each team has scored 8 points in this jam. Am I correct?
Yes.
So Wednesday Thump Day is the jammer for the CBRD, and it looks like she's going up against Jinx. Is that
number 88? That is Jinx.
All right. Well, things are starting to pick up. The action is starting to get a little bit more intense here.
Oh yeah.
As time winds down.
It always seems more intense. Everyone's trying to score that last point or get that last hit in.
Oh yeah, Wednesday Thump Day looks like she's trying to figure out how to approach this pack, but she's went through it pretty quick.
Well,
they tried to push her out, but she didn't budge. She said, nope. 4 points for Wednesday Thump Day and CBRD. 1 minute left in this jam. 226.91 with 14 minutes left.
Wednesday picks up another grand slam since the other jammer was not able to break through that pack.
CBRD picking up 9 points in this jam so far with only 0 for the Mountain Mavens.
Those Mountain Mavens, she is having a hard time getting through that pack. Their wall for CBRD is very tight right now.
She's looking pretty tired. Now Jinx was one of the jammers in the first half too, so that's got to wear out.
Oh, nice hit from
Mean Kitty giving her a hip and saying, here's a little bonus.
And now she has to go all the way back and behind her. Now she's got to go all through all those
looking
people
pretty
yet
tired
again.
too. These Mountain Mavens are starting to look like the drive took.
That was another beautiful hit by Mean Kitty there.
Boy, Mean Kitty's just merciless out there tonight. Offensively, defensively, it doesn't matter. She came out here to win.
She is an all-around star player. She is amazing to watch. She's a lot of fun to watch.
Oh goodness. 12:50 left in this bout. 236.93. CBRD in control right now. This jam 14-2.
Looks like we got
3 seconds left.
Another new jammer for CBRD. Looks like May, who actually plays for Apple City. So this will be her first time as she gets round. Lead jammer.
She breaks through pretty quick. She's got some speed. Look at her go. She's coming around this track like it's nothing. She's going to try to be sneaky. Using her speed and size to get through there.
See, looks like Pitbull's having some problems getting through there. And it looks like she is headed to the penalty box.
Yeah, so
power jam for May.
All right. And the way she's moving right now, you don't want to give her that opportunity to have that power jam. Right now, there's 3 Mavens in the penalty box.
And she skates through with another grand slam.
Not much of a challenge there when you've got, more blockers on your team.
Not only that, but with a power jam like this and with essentially a fast skater, you can really rack up the points. You can get 15 points in that 30 seconds.
Almost thought I saw an elbow there thrown at her, and looks like there was no penalty called, but...
sometimes, those refs, they got a lot of girls.
Yeah, they got a lot.
They do they do miss an elbow a time or two. But our refs are amazing.
Yeah.
They do catch 99% of it.
11 minutes left in this second period. So another quick shout out to Weinstein Beverage, serving North Central Washington for over 75 years. A proud distributor of Pepsi. Do the do.
Gotta love that Mountain Dew.
Oh. Right? It's one of those extreme drinks, and here we are. This is like an extreme environment here.
Oh, yeah. Looks like we're having a little powwow out there on that jam line.
Well, I'll take an opportunity here to give another couple shout-outs here. I'd like to thank Chris Arnberg from American Family Insurance, providing dependable protection and service throughout the Columbia Basin. American Family Insurance. So a couple of, looks like now Columbia Basin Roller Derby has a few sponsors of their own, that we'd like to give some credit to. Smith and Martin, they sponsored your guys' jam line.
Yes, they did tonight. It was very nice of them to do so.
And so they even have a few other sponsors that have sponsored some blockers, Duda Insurance, Casciati Orthodontics, and Sutter, Kunkel, and Thompson. So thank you to them for helping to support Columbia Basin Roller Derby. And again, if you're interested, if this looks like something fun to do, all you have to do is just ask, huh?
Oh yes, any skater will gladly tell you how to join up, how to help out. We have many positions. You don't just have to be a skater. You can ref, you can NSO, which is a non-skating official. If it wasn't for them, we would not be here right now.
Right.
There's so many positions that you can do to help out.
So now the first bout we had men's roller derby. Now the next couple bouts, I believe we have co-ed. Am I correct?
Co-ed, and
that'll be exciting.
Yes, that is a lot of fun to play. We have our own co-ed team here. It's called the Terra Crusaders. This will be our second season this season.
Okay.
So very excited about that. We are going up against Co-Dead.
Okay.
Which is a team from another co-ed team from Seattle.
All right.
Some phenomenal skaters on them. If you get a chance, check them out. They're a very fun group to play with.
Now, what are some of the more notable teams that are out there in Columbia Basin Roller Derby? I know right now you guys are part of the WFTDA, right?
Yes, the WFTA.
All right.
Yes.
What does that stand for?
Women's Flat Track Derby Association.
Okay. Now, that's a national association or
yes,
international?
It's I do believe it's international. I do believe there are players from London, France.
So this is a big thing.
Yes, it is huge. It is amazing. Some of the bigger teams in Washington State right now actually is Rat City Roller Girls. They play internationally. They're a phenomenal team if you get a chance to check them out. Jet City from Everett, they were actually Division II champions 2 or 3 years ago. Phenomenal teams. They're amazing to skate with also.
Nice.
The really big one that most people know are the Rose City Roller Girls.
Okay.
They are actually the biggest in the United States.
Oh, wow.
With over 700
And they're in Portland,
skaters.
right?
They're huge.
And they're out of Portland?
Portland, yes.
Okay, and then
we actually play them.
Now, their biggest rival is Gotham, I believe. Isn't that the one they're always up against?
Yes. Actually, watching those championships this year was just on edge of my seat the entire game, and Rose City finally, after 5 years, finally took that. It was an amazing game to watch.
Oh man, well, it's definitely a fun sport to watch, and without playing it, it looks like a lot of fun. So.
Oh, it is. One of these days, you should hop on a pair of skates and try it.
You know, I was thinking they were gonna make me do that. You know, at the practice, I was like, oh, they're gonna put me on skates, and then I'm gonna get my rear end, slathered all over this floor.
Oh,
but,
we're really nice to newbies. Well, I shouldn't say newbies, because that's kind of mean, but we're very nice to our fresh meat. We're not rough in any way, shape, or form. We encourage, to build them up before we smack them around.
Well, we got 7:45 left in this bout. 267 points for CBRD versus 104 for the Mountain Mavens. Mountain Mavens are probably just looking forward to getting this over with at this point.
I don't know. They look pretty determined, at least score.
Yeah, they've come out with a little bit of energy here. Looks like Wrecking Ball takes lead Jammer. So once you break through that line the first time, you don't get any points, but it's that second time where you start getting those points.
It's that second time around. And it looks like number 9 from the Mavens is going to the penalty box.
Kung Fu Lu. Don't let her throw any elbows.
And Wrecking Ball is now in, so she gets to come back in.
All right. May Dizzy stepping out.
Oh, and Lisa gets to come back in also.
Here comes Wrecking Ball coming in, trying to get past that full line of blockers for the Mavens. Breaking through, a couple of players
and Ginger going to the penalty
hit the floor out of bounds. She makes it through. She had to fight for it, but she got through it. Uh-oh, losing track. Looks like she Well, there's that slick floor you were talking about right there, right?
Looks like number 09 is getting a little winded out there. Looks like about 7 seconds left in this jam. They're all looking pretty tired.
Yeah, 4 points in this whole jam total. Jam gets called off. So, another thank you to Family Lifestyle Chiropractic. Our mission is to help as many people as possible to reach and maintain their God-given potential, especially children and families. Family Lifestyle Chiropractic. Boy, I bet they're going to be busy tomorrow after some of this, right?
Most definitely. You definitely need to get your back fixed after a hard-hitting night like this. There are some very good hits tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've gone in there, and one thing that Dr. Saul talks about is it's more preventative maintenance. So he does a great job, and I'm sure some of these are some of his patients too. So.
Oh, no doubt.
All right, so still no points scored in this jam. 4:40 left in this bout, 271 to 106. Curious to see if CBRD is going to break 300 here.
That would be it. it's anybody's game. I mean, we could. I really hope so.
Now, is
would
that
be
considered
awesome.
a milestone in the game? Is it kind of like, is that one of those things where you said, hey, man, we had a 300 game?
To the way we play, I mean, the points really don't show how hard you worked. But,
Oh, no doubt.
But
I think we're seeing how hard they're working, that's for sure.
oh yeah, but yes, 300 points is pretty big for our team. I mean, that's amazing for our jammers, especially some of the new ones that we've seen tonight.
Right.
Since most of them haven't jammed.
Right.
So that's pretty amazing.
So
And it looks like
Jinx.
Jinx lead jammer there. And Psycho trying to take out a ref there. It does happen on occasion.
Well, when they get in the way. So looks like they're moving pretty quick here. The pack is moving almost as fast as the jammers.
Oh yeah, sometimes that does happen. I mean, most of the time you want to slow that pack down too.
Yep.
But every once in a while you'll get a very fast pack. Some of our players also play on a different, instead of Wifida, there's also, there's another one. It's a faster paced type derby.
Okay.
And it's there's so many different variations of derby, and that's the wonderful thing about this sport.
But I'll tell you what, a lot of people, they think about roller derby and they immediately go back to like the 1970s, but watching some of those old movies,
Well, they actually have, it's called Renegade. It's that old school, no rules.
Oh man.
We've played one game like that. It was amazing. It was so much fun.
I bet. Well, it was fun to watch. I don't know if it was fun to play necessarily for some people, but all right, 2:30 left in this bout. 273 to 108. CBRD. Getting ready to take this one home.
That's a big hit from KO right there.
Wrecking Ball hitting the floor with Feisty. Oh, Wrecking Ball's got to go to the penalty box. A low block by Wrecking Ball. And thank you, Weinstein Beverage, for helping to make this broadcast possible. Serving North Central Washington for over 25 years. Proud distributor of Pepsi. Do the do. All right. We've got a minute 52 left. Game winding down pretty quick here.
It looks like Ninja Ginger's got to get off the track. There are too many players in that penalty box.
So Ninja Ginger heading to the bench here. Looks like we've got Stella Licious in there, huh?
And this will be her first time tonight jamming. She is one of our newer players.
All right.
She just started last year.
Nice spin move there by Pitbull, breaking through there. Stella Licious. Oh, they both go down pretty hard there, but there's that slick floor. Pitbull showing some moves here. They are not laying down here. Play to the end. Oh. Mean Kitty taking it, giving her a shot.
Mean Kitty there.
Yep.
Oh, and there she goes again.
Yeah. Minute 14 left in this bout. Thank you, Chris.
Not letting her get through.
Oh, looks like they're getting reset again. Thank you, Chris Armberg, American Family Insurance, providing dependable protection and service throughout the Columbia Basin. Chris Armberg, American Family Insurance. Looks like we've got
50 seconds left.
about 50 seconds left here. Looks like we've got some new people coming in here.
Yep, one more jam for the night. This will be the last jam.
All right.
Unless something
getting set up. Right.
You never know with this game. It's total.
Getting set up for the Smith Martin line, jam line. So
and it looks like Psycho will be.
Jinx, and there she is. There's your sister Psycho, right?
I know. I'm so excited. She's jamming again. This
I like
is
the
awesome.
makeup she has on the eye there. The whole. It kind of looks like a little bit like Harlequin going on there, right?
Oh yeah.
So 10 seconds left in this bout.
She is really struggling.
Things are still intense here.
She's lead jammer.
So the official clock runs out, but the jam's still going. About 1:35 left here.
Looks like both teams. Oh, and she's got a power jam.
And a power jam. So 273 to 119 CBRD.
Number 52 J-Ball. Psycho gets recycled back and scores 1 point.
Looks like she's almost through that pack there.
Yep.
Oh, there
Psycho
she goes.
breaks through.
5 points, another grand slam.
There she goes. She's coming through. Taking her time. Minute left in this jam.
And the Mountain Mavens jammer is back in the game. See if she can score some points before the time runs out here.
Well, it'd be good to try to score something at the end here.
About as far back as you can go.
Another quick thank you, Synergy Wellness, where you can get the best total nutrition smoothie in Grant County from wellness coach Jonathan Hankey, MPH, PA, on 3rd Avenue in Moses Lake. All right, 30 seconds left
Oh, and she
in
calls
this
the
jam.
jam off.
And the jam's called, and that ends this game.
The unofficial score is 119 Mountain Mavens to 282 CBRD.
Well, so 282 to 119, that's quite the score difference right there. But CBRD had control of this game from the very beginning all the way through, huh?
Oh yeah, our walls were amazing tonight. Our jammers were finding holes through that wall from the Mountain Mavens. It was a very intense, fun game to watch.
Oh yeah. Well, I want to thank the crew at iFiber for being out here and helping out with the filming and the broadcast here. I want to thank everybody to come out to support Columbia Basin Roller Derby. Thank you to the referees for coming out and doing their thing, and everyone else that's helped out. And, we're pretty excited about Columbia Basin Roller Derby here in Moses Lake, that's for sure.
We're very excited to be here.
Great crowd. I mean, probably, a few hundred people out here to enjoy this bout. And if you're interested in joining Roller Derby or maybe just participating in some sort of way, try to get a hold of Columbia Basin Roller Derby. You can probably find them on Facebook.
Yes,
that's probably the best place, right?
We also have our own webpage. And also you can do it the old-fashioned way. Talk to a skater girl.
There you go.
I mean, we're always ready to answer questions or anything like that. So.
And then one of the best ways you can help support Columbia Basin Roller Derby and help it to grow and help it to become part of our community is come out, and bring your family out here and buy some tickets to get out here. You can save money by buying them online. They're $10 at the door for adults, $8 for children. They're $8 for tickets if you buy them online, and $5 for children. So, again, I want to thank everybody for watching Columbia Basin Roller Derby on iFiber One Sports. I'm Barry Sterner, and I'm here with Tink. Thank you very much for helping out tonight.
Thank you for inviting me to do this. This was a lot of fun.
Well, I look forward to doing this again. Our next bout will be March 12th.
Yes.
So, do we know who that's up against yet?
I do not know off the top of my head, but I know that it is another double header. It'll be with the co-ed team.
All right.
And our CBRD girls.
All right.
So that should be fun and exciting.
Well, make sure you come on out March 12th out to the commercial building at the Grant County Fairgrounds to enjoy Columbia Basin Roller Derby. We're going to check out of here and we're going to go help them celebrate their victory. Again, my name is Barry Sterner with iFiber One Sports with my partner in crime here, Tink, a.k.a. Christina Brown. All right, everybody have a good night.